So in this section, I want to briefly cover the different ways that you can seek some legal advice even as you do your own divorce. I want to just mention some things you can do, legal services you can get that can assist you as you do your own divorce. One, and the best way, is mediation. Now, I've mentioned in another section that mediation is simply the use of a neutral third party to help you reach settlements on those few sticking points that you may have in your divorce. And the important thing is that it can either be someone that is just simply acts as a neutral. They don't really have a lot of information about the law. And in fact, there are some people who are mediators who are not lawyers. And then there are those of us who are experienced family law attorneys and certified public accountants who can assist you by giving you advice. And it's simply our opinion, but it is an opinion based on hundreds or thousands of divorces. And we can be a neutral for you, but to give you some guidance. What I call it is maybe the voice of reason in being able to get beyond your sticking points. And what I do in my mediations when I'm asked to mediate between folks is I will tell them if I think that the way they want to do something. And let's talk about something innocuous, like I had a recent mediation where the husband was convinced that we needed to limit the amount of contact that a new person in wife's life had with the minor children. And I said, well, how much time and money do you want to spend on an issue that the court's not going to deal with? And it was able to move the parties beyond that as being an issue. And so mediators can be very helpful in giving you guys some advice on what possible ways that you can reach a further settlement on it. And I want you to think about that. And it certainly is far less expensive than going to trial and having to trust that the judge is going to have the wisdom and knowledge to be able to give you a reasonable solution. Next is limited scope representation. What those of us, ordinary people know it as is a la carte services. And all of us know, there's some restaurants that you can get the vegetables separate from the meat. And so in the same way, you can have an attorney give you advice, things that I've talked about in the various sections, like you can just see an attorney just for advice on how to handle the quadros. You can see an attorney for advice just on how to handle spousal support. And in fact, there are other individuals that can assist you in doing those things too. But let me just say though, limited scope representation, a lot of attorneys will handle matters, and the only thing that's important to note when you do limited scope is that the two of you, the attorney and yourself, need to understand exactly what the limits of the representation is going to be. Is it going to be advice only? Is it going to be appearing in court with you? Is it going to be appearing for mediation? Is it going to be drafting a letter? Is it going to be drafting your legal documents? In fact, you can have scriveners. You can have an attorney act as a scrivener to draft your legal documents for you. So I just wanted to give you an idea that just because you're doing your own divorce doesn't mean that you can't utilize an attorney or a law office to be able to do pieces and handle the sticking points that the two of you might have. Then when I talked about limited scope, I also wanted to talk about other professionals that you may want to consider using. There are certified divorce financial analysts, the shortened term CDFA. Those folks are good at determining what monthly expenses are for spousal support, or even calculating what reasonable spousal support should look like. There are forensic accountants if there's issues that the parties have regarding valuation of properties. There's mortgage lenders who can assist you with refinancing the home. And consider using all of those professionals in your divorce. And they can help you, and yet you can still do your own divorce.